Welcome to the Wolf Off Sale. We're open once again. It's Dalby from the Afternoon Drive, joined by Mike from Corby.
Yeah.
Good to see you again. I missed you. It's been so long.
It's been a couple weeks
since you brought me presents. And today we're getting a little bit classy here at the Wolf, and we're going to try some different wines with Stoneleigh. So we're going to start with the and I say this wrong every time, Sauvignon Blanc.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Did it right. Tell me a little bit about the wine.
Really, coming along there.
I'm trying to be more cultured.
From rum and vodka now into some wines. Yeah, this is the Stoneleigh wine. It's out of New Zealand, out of the Marlborough area. So it's really one of the great finds coming out of Marlborough, New Zealand, which is really famous for really their Sauvignon Blancs. And we have a great one here to share today. It's the Stoneleigh Sauvignon Blanc. So it's made in the, as I said, the Marlborough region of New Zealand. And one of the really cool things about the Stoneleigh family is that it's in a region where there's a lot of stones in the sort of riverbed.
Fitting for the name.
Yeah, and the vines are kind of growing up off of there.
Okay.
So it gets kind of heated from the stones.
Oh, so it absorbs the sunlight and okay.
And then so it's sort of this double heat sort of process. Now it doesn't allow for a lot of grapes to be grown on a single vine. Okay. But it allows for really good grapes. So the flavors are really great in these particular wines, as you'll see as you walk through them. So we kind of our new slogan is kind of ripened by stone, because it's really the stone beds that help us come through these great flavors.
And this is very exclusive to this Stoneleigh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. None of the other vineyards in New Zealand have that area that they have their vineyards aren't. So it's a nice little coup for us, and it really produces some really, really great wines. So why don't we start out with the Sauvignon Blanc?
Give it a try here.
We'll take that out and show our camera person.
Saying while I'm telling this, can I give them the details about?
Yeah. So this is a great white wine. It retails for around $18.99 here in Saskatchewan. Really has some very nice acidity, pineapple flavors there, some citrus as well.
I was just going to say, you can take. There's definitely a citrusy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so this is one of those kind of wines that's really good any time of the year. But it really goes nicely like with lambs or fish or chicken, kind of that standard any white meat. But also does very well with any type of like red sauce, like if you're having a marinara sauce or something like that. So that kind of red meat kind of goes out the window with a lot of the wines now. So it's really about your preferred taste. Okay. So this is great for being on the deck. Say if you're doing a mussel boil, having some mussels with a nice red sauce in there. A little garlic, or even a white wine basting sauce with the Stoneleigh, some garlic, some white wine, sort of steam it off and be really, really good.
That's very good. And I noticed, because I'm in radio, I generally buy a less expensive wine, and with whites, you really get that kind of like that bite to it. Yeah. And this doesn't have that. Like, it has that acidity, like you said, but it's just, I don't know, it's better than the other stuff.
Well, it is a little bit on the higher end, but that's sort of where the New Zealand range is in that $18.99 to $21.99, especially for like a Sauvignon Blanc. So this is a really good value wine for what you're paying for when you look at the category. And it's fantastic tasting. I mean, I'm sure you enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's real easy drinking and very nice.
Now, why don't we go over here? We'll save this. This is the highlight over here, so we'll save that for last. Let's go to the Pinot Noir.
So you have a Pinot Noir. So sort of the same sort of thought process and venting process as the Sauvignon Blanc, except obviously it's a Pinot Noir grape. Right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Marlborough is really famous for white wines. Yes. And they're starting to produce more and more red wines in that region as well.
Branching out.
Yeah, and the Pinot Noir that's a good. It's very soft, easy drinking as well. So it's not one of those big full-bodied wines like a Shiraz. Yeah. So very nice and light. Again, you can kind of throw out that red meat, white meat, seafood style thought process out the window, because it is so light. It goes very, very well if you were to have like chicken or lamb or anything like that, barbecue, anything. So really great flavors. Again, sort of that little bit of black cherry, little bit of tobacco. You can swirl a little bit, so you can see the tannins coming down the side of the glass. So,
how does it pair with craft dinner for someone like me?
Well, like I said, you can throw just about anything out
there we go
with wines now. So
let's give it a try here.
I'm not saying I recommend it, but I'm not discouraging it either.
Yeah, no, that is really good. That it goes down very smooth.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Wow, that's really a little one.
Oh, yeah.
So what would this one?
This one here retails for about $22.99.
Okay.
So again, the Pinot Noir is a little step up from from the white process.
Right.
But again, it's about the process and it's about the actual value of the wine in there.
Okay.
So we're pretty impressed with, and this is sort of our standard range, if you will, in Stoneleigh, and then we have a couple other ranges which we'll talk about. One of our best here, Latitude.
Yeah, so this is the Cadillac of the Stoneleigh brand.
This is the Cadillac, yeah. So this is fairly new to being developed. Again, this one is a Pinot Noir. We have that available here in Saskatchewan. Now it's around $28.
Okay.
So it's a really nice wine. But again, it goes really great with, if you're really doing a celebration type of idea and you're having a nice dinner, maybe it's a 50th birthday or a graduation or something, and you're having a nice roast beef or anything along that line, steak, filet mignons or whatever. You want to partner up with a wine that is really nice to go along with it. And this is sort of where the Latitude family fits in. So this is actually in Rapura, which is part of Marlborough as well.
Okay, so this is like a special section of the vineyard.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens here is, again, it's that sort of that stone ripened vines.
Okay.
But it's in an area that the soil and everything is even better, and it's called the Gold Mile.
Oh.
So we're kind of exclusive into that area when we talk about the Latitude and Stoneleigh. So it's again great growing conditions. Very little bit of water, heat up and down from the stones, and then of course coming down from the sun, and it really ripens the Pinot Noir grapes very, very nicely. So I don't know all the flavors off my head, so I'm going to actually just read you what the flavors are that we're looking for.
I'm going to drink this.
So we're looking for boysenberry, black cherry. You can get a little bit of oak in there as well. So those are kind of the three flavors that you're looking for.
Wow.
Black cherry and the oak are the ones that will probably sort of jump out to you a little bit more than the boysenberry.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And generally, a bit of a gutter palate where, you can tell me that this one's 22 and this one's 28. Yeah. I would expect, honestly, to not know the difference, but you can taste the difference in this one. Like it's everything that was just like pushed up a lot to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it really gives you some nice flavors in your mouth, like when you keep it in there. The finish is very soft with regards to getting sort of that black cherry, boysenberry flavors in the back. The tannins will pull you in a little bit on the sides, but there's not so much that you feel like you're drinking a wine that's really, kind of bringing your cheeks and your tongue in together. So, three great wines from Stoneleigh, all available here in Saskatchewan, and again, they're sort of the echelon of the New Zealand Marlborough area.
Perfect. There you go. You can take a trip to New Zealand in your own backyard. You can do whichever one suits your fancy, whether it's the white or the red. And again, the Latitude being the Cadillac of the Stoneleigh wines. Make sure you check the end of this video. We're going to have a code word. You're going to want to email that in to littlered@thewolfrocks.com for your chance to win a sample of all of these. Plus, we've got some great prizes, including some of these fancy Stoneleigh glasses here. So make sure you watch till the end of the video. Send in the code word. And Mike, thanks as always for coming.
Thanks for having me in. Appreciate it.